the JAMA Network.
After medical school, the next step for a physician in training is residency. A growing number of these residents are not only dealing with long hours and the pressure of patient care, but also with depression.
A quarter to a third of the residents are suffering either specific diagnoses or significant symptom burden. I mean, that's an endemic. That is such a high prevalence of such a serious problem that we all should be extraordinarily worried. It doesn't really matter whether it's an actual diagnosis or just significant symptoms. It means that they're suffering, they're not functioning well in their personal roles, they're not functioning well in their professional roles.
Dr. Thomas Schwenk, Dean of the University of Nevada School of Medicine, says while medical students and practicing physicians have a prevalence for depression roughly similar to the general population, the diagnosis is much more common in residents and also carries a great deal of stigma. Dr. Schwenk discusses this important issue in JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association.
We want people who are confident and strong and have shown great energy and decision-making and have taken charge of situations in their undergraduate preparation. So it's not surprising that these same people are going to have a hard time admitting vulnerability or that they need help. And when residents apply for jobs, they do not want a hint that they've suffered from mental illness.
There have been several efforts to address this problem. Confidential mental health care is now more easily available, and mental health records are not included in academic records. Resident duty hours have also been scaled back in recent years.
Reduction in hours, probably because it still is an incredibly high level of workload, hasn't really improved residents' quality of life, and it seems to have caused some problems in performance and in the quality of care. The world is just so dramatically different, yet we're still training residents the same way. It looks exactly like it looked in the 1950s and 1960s.
Dr. Schwenk is calling for even better mental health care and a national conversation about today's medical education system.
What I would really like to see is the accrediting bodies, the residency review committees, the Accreditation Council for GME, the ACGME, really take this to a high level. What if we built teaching programs from the ground up for teaching, and clinical care was actually a secondary objective? Right now what happens is the teaching in many regards kind of gets added on to an extremely high-powered, high-intensity, high productivity, very busy clinical system, and it makes it hard for residents, I think, to really process everything that's going on.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.